It's day 72 on a hunt for the thing. Now the thing is an elusive thing. It comes about once a year and then goes into hibernation for another year. So I'm going out and about, adventuring. I am going to find that thing. This is my video diary on the search for that once a year thing. Here we go.
What has she lost?
Hi there guys, so the thing I'm looking for normally is somewhere around here, but it's something that's very, very noisy. And it's obviously not very noisy around here just now, so I don't think that the thing I'm looking for is here right now. Best go try somewhere else.
I think she's looking for the holiday club, but it's gone digital. It's online.
Sometimes this thing I'm looking for has been here, but it's not here today because the thing I'm looking for has lots of colours and brights and sometimes feathers and costumes. Oh, so it's still too quiet. It can't be here.
I think it's Holiday Club.
But it's online. We should let her know.
I'll do it.
What's she looking for?
I think it's the Holiday Club.
We should tell her it's online.
Well, Sky and I have looked here and we've looked there for the thing, and we just cannot find it. I better check and see if I've got any missed calls. 60 missed calls? Hang on a minute. Holiday Club's online! Come on guys, let's go!
Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands.
Good morning, so we've made it. Oh, what a search we went on to try and find Holiday Club. We checked all the usual places Holiday Club was on, but of course this year we're going online. So we're out there in the web universe, coming straight into your living rooms or kitchens or wherever you're watching us, okay? Hi guys! So this is Anne in Churches Together Holiday Club 2020, and this is our digital holiday club, and it's called God's Love is Big. And for this week we will be discovering how much God actually loves us and how wide His love spreads across our world. In fact, it's wider than the universe and beyond my wildest dreams. We'll be hearing about some more dreams later in the week, but that's Wednesday's story. I want you to have a look in your craft bag for a small bug. It's got lots of little circles on it. That is your special ladybug love bug. You're going to be colouring in every morning one circle of your love bug. And it's like when you come to Holiday Club and you join your team, you get a stamp on your card normally. Well, this is your card, okay? Now normally I'd be maybe saying the toilets are over here, but I don't actually know where the toilets are in your house. And also I'd be saying the fire exits are over there, but I suppose you know where the front and back door is in your house, so I don't need to say that either. But what I will say is you are going to have so much fun this week because all the Holiday Club team is here in some form or another through videos and photographs, playing in a band and having fun, okay? You'll see challenges, you'll see arts and crafts, song, you'll have aerobics, yay! So you better be fighting fit. Let's see, I did PE with Joe for about the first 3 weeks of lockdown, and it kind of fell away after that. So I could do with some aerobics from our Gillian and Carolyn. You'll also see Christine and Dave and Heather and the Stevenses. I mean, there's so many people involved. There's over 20 of our Holiday Club team on camera and behind the scenes, bringing it all to you. So I'd like to introduce you to my presenter for the week, my co-presenter. Okay, she's a very special lady. She's very gorgeous. She has black and white hair. And her name is Sky. Hi, Sky. So Sky is going to be my presenter for the week. Have you got anything you'd like to say, Sky?
Oh, hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Holiday Club. Yeah, my name's Sky. I'm from the Isle of Skye up at the top of Scotland.
So Sky is looking forward to every morning, and her main task is to go and collect this story treasure. Now, this story treasure will be something to do with the Bible story for today. So, will we send her to see what she brings back today? Okay, are you ready to go, Sky? Yeah, she's ready to go. Okay, you ready? Go fetch! Go fetch! Oh, she's going. She's going. What's she bringing back? What's that? Sky, what's this? Where did you find that? Where did you find this? It's a bucket. It's an outside bucket. It's sort of clanky. And it's kind of wet. There's been water in this bucket. Oh, I wonder what a bucket is to do with a story treasure. Oh, Sky, what's the water to do with a story treasure? Will you tell us?
Can we fill it with curly fries?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm guessing the story treasure has a bucket. The story today has a bucket in it. I'm guessing that maybe the bucket is maybe for carrying something, or I don't know. Maybe they use it as a drum. But we'll find out later on. Okay. Right now, I'm going to pass you over to Iona and Sarah, and they're going to show you the actions for our theme song for the week. Our God is a great big God, okay? And then you'll hear from our Love Bug band. I'm so excited for this week, and I'm sure you're going to love it, okay? See you later. Bye, guys.
Okay guys, welcome to the Holiday Club. Today we're going to be showing you the actions for the theme song, which is Our God is a Great Big God. If you've been to Holiday Club, then you probably know it, but if not, don't worry, because it's super easy to learn. So first you start with Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. He's higher than a skyscraper, and He's deeper than a submarine. He's wider than the universe, and beyond my wildest dreams. And He's known me, and He's loved me, since before the world began. How wonderful to be a part of God's amazing plan. And then that'll just repeat, so it's super easy to pick up and learn. And next it's over to the band.
Hi, we're the band of the week, and we're called the Love Bugs. I'm Madison.
My name's Steve.
I'm John.
I'm Dave.
I'm Shawnee.
And I'm Neil, and hope you enjoy the music.
Our God is a great big God.
I'm going to read you a short Bible story called The Woman at the Well. 2,000 years ago, when Jesus was alive, people got their water from wells dug in the ground, not from taps like we do. Jesus was travelling around with his disciples, those were his followers and friends, through a region called Samaria. Jesus was a Jew, and the people in Samaria were normally looked down upon by the Jews. Jesus was hot and tired, so he sat down at the well for a rest, while the disciples went into the nearby village to get some food for lunch. A Samaritan lady came to draw water from the well in her bucket. Jesus said to her, "Please, would you give me a drink of water?" The woman was taken aback because she realised Jesus was a Jew, and Jews wouldn't be caught dead speaking to a Samaritan. Jesus then surprised her by saying, "If you knew who I am and how generous God is, you would be asking me for a drink, and I would give you living water." She replied, "But you don't even have a bucket, and the well is very deep. How are you going to get this living water?" Jesus said, "Everyone who drinks the water from this well will get thirsty again, but the living water I can give you will be like an endless spring water, bubbling into your life." So the woman asked Jesus to give her some of this living water. They chatted for a while, and she realised he already knew everything about her, both the good and the bad. "Oh," she said, "you must be a prophet." Jesus then said that soon the Jews and the Samaritans would be all able to worship God together. She said, "Well, I don't know about that, but I do know that the Messiah is coming, and when he comes, we will get the whole story." Jesus replied, "I am the Messiah, the person God has sent to reveal himself and show how much he loves us. You don't have to wait any longer." At this point, the disciples came back with lunch and were very surprised to see Jesus speaking to a Samaritan woman. The woman noticed their disapproval and took the hint and left. Back at the village, she told the people to come and see this man who knew all about her and who claimed to be the Messiah. So they went to meet Jesus and decide for themselves. Jesus by this time had told the disciples that he wanted to tell the Samaritans about the love of God, for God's message was for everyone, not just the Jews. The people from the village asked Jesus to stay and tell them all about God. He stayed for 2 days, and a lot of Samaritans learned about the love of God and became followers.
What's it all about?
Hello, my name's Bill, and I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes about the story you've just heard. There's a story about the woman at the well, and Jesus asked the woman for a drink of water. And by doing this, he broke down several barriers, one of which is that they were from different groups and different religions, and the other was that the woman was on her own, and it was something that wasn't widely done in those days. But we know about barriers. We've just come through a lockdown, and that put a barrier between ourselves and the rest of the world. And we're heading towards Brexit, which means that our barriers, or in other words our borders, are going to change, and that might make a difference to the way we go on holiday into Europe and places like Spain. Now Jesus talked to this woman, and he knew all about her past, but it made no difference to him. And in the same way, we shouldn't be afraid of talking to people who are different from ourselves and trying to be friendly with them and have a relationship with them. But with talking to Jesus, the lady became aware of a new way of living, something that was make a difference to her life. And she was so excited about this change and the prospect of a better life that she ran back to the village and told everybody that she knew that of what she'd heard, and encouraged them to go and speak to Jesus so that they could benefit from the same thing that she'd done. And so, by doing that, the message that she got from Jesus spread, and today's theme is Love Grows. So that message grew, and it's the same way that the message from about 12 people roughly 2,000 years ago spread to where we are today, with millions and millions of people now following Jesus and understanding the message that he has. So, I've got a question for you. Can you think of something that, when you give it away, grows, gets bigger, increases, spreads? No? Well, I'm thinking of a smile. If you smile to someone in the morning, it brightens up their day, and if that encourages them to smile to, say, 2 people, that means your smile has now spread to 3 people. And if they talk to 2 more people, then your smile has spread even further. So your smile can make a difference. Now I know what you're thinking. How can you smile if you're wearing one of these? Well, I think that we smile with our whole face. That it starts with your mouth, but it's your whole face, and especially your eyes. I think you can tell when people are smiling from their eyes. So, don't let wearing a mask put you off smiling, because your smile will get through, and it will make a difference. So keep on smiling, for everybody's sake. See you later.
Hello everybody! Hi, isn't this really exciting? Holiday Club Online, who'd have thought, eh? So, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Christine. I'm usually running around doing something weird at Holiday Club, and today I get to do one of my favourite things at Holiday Club, which is tell you about our craft. Now, you should know by now that today's theme is Love Grows. So, what better craft could you possibly have but to grow something? So we are going to grow some seeds. Now here's what you need. You need, out of your bag, a wee peat pot like this, okay? You need a couple of cotton wool balls. You need a wee bag of seeds. Should be a wee bag of seeds in there. And then from your house, you also are going to need a wee saucer, because this wee peat pot's going to get a wee bit wet, so you want to have a saucer to sit something on. And you need a cup filled with water. Okay, so that's what you need. Press pause, off you go, find your bits and bobs and come back. Okay, off you go. Right, you should be back by now. Hopefully you've got everything that you need, so we'll get started. So the first thing you need to do is you're going to get your peat pot, and you're going to put your cotton wool balls in. Now you could use one if you want, or you could use 2. Now did you know that actually you do not need soil to grow things? I know, it blew my mind when I first found out too, it's true. Okay, so instead of using soil, we're going to use cotton wool, and it's just so that there's something for the seeds to sit on, okay? You could actually put it straight into the pot, it would also work okay. But we're going to use cotton wool because it makes it easier to see, and it holds the water a little bit better, okay? So we're going to pop our cotton wool balls inside the peat pot, okay? Get them nice and comfy, okay? And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get our water and we're going to wet the cotton wool balls. Now, if I had dunked my cotton wool ball in the water, it's going to get soaking wet, and then that's not great. So what we're going to do is put the cotton wool balls in here, And then I'm going to take my fingers into the water. I'll just show you. So I'm going to get the water and I'm going to get just so that my fingers are all drippy and wet, okay? And then we're going to put drippy and wet water in our pot, okay? Like this. And you're going to do that until you think the cotton wool balls are nice and wet. Try not to make a mess of the table by getting it soaking wet. So I think 5 or 6 of those. My cotton wool balls are quite wet. The pot's starting to get a bit wet too. I think we're ready to go. Okay, so you can move your water out of the way. Should have brought something to dry my hands. Be fine. And then you're going to put in your seeds. So the best thing to do, I've got mine in a wee envelope here, is just take your seeds, pinch them between your fingers, and then sprinkle them onto the cotton wool. You see that? And you can do that with all of the seeds that you've got. Or if you want, you could just pour them in. That's what I've just done. Okay, and there you've got all the seeds in the pot. Now, you might want a little bit more water in. So here we go. I'm just making sure that the seeds have got a little bit wet too. And that's pretty much it, okay? Now the saucer, you might be thinking, what did I need that for? It's just to sit your pot on, because this pot, as you water it, it might get a wee bit soggy. Look, mine has already got a bit soggy because I've wet it. So if you sit it on that, it doesn't make a mess of anything that you sit it on, doesn't make a big damp patch on, like, you know, the kitchen table or something. Nobody really wants that. And what you need to do is you have to remember to water it every day and stick to the same technique. Put your fingers in the water, give it a good sprinkle until you think your cotton wool is good and wet, okay? And once you've done that, here's one I made a few days ago, and my cress, it's quite tricky to see that, my cress is growing nicely in my peat pot. And as you can see, my peat pot's totally soaking, which is why it has to go on a saucer. But there's the cress, and soon it's going to grow nice and tall and we're able to eat it. Yummy. Okay, have fun, enjoy your craft, enjoy the rest of Holiday Club, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.
With our love we can all share. on. Yeah.
Bye.
We won't.
Morning, I'm Neil, your quiz master. I've got a few questions for you today. The first one is on the Bible story. I've got a few that are about love. And the last question is a general knowledge. You'll get the answers later on. So question 1. In today's story, where did Jesus meet the woman? Question 2. Who had a #1 hit with the song Someone You Loved? Question 3. Who is Mickey Mouse's girlfriend? Question 4. In tennis, how much is love? And question 5, general knowledge. What is the largest creature in the world? Good luck with those and answers later on.
Hello, it's time for you to do something different now. So if you have a sheet and you're looking at it, we're up to craft number 2 on the Monday session. And you'll see it says just balloon. Now the theme of today is love grows. And if you blow in this end, the balloon will grow. So there's the link. But, very important bit now. I'm hoping that your mum and dad will have seen the note that came with the balloon. If not, hopefully your mum and dad will be with you, because you probably may need a little bit of assistance to inflate this thing. And until very recently, I used to have trouble tying these things up, so you might need to have some help with that as well. Now, the reason for the warning note is that each of the balloons will contain one of these, a small metal nut. Now, Mum and Dad, if you're not happy with that, it's easy enough just to take it out, take the nut out. But if you're okay with that, then we'll carry on and inflate the balloon. What you'll need though is your balloon and some felt tip pens. Because what we're going to do when we've inflated it, because it's always best to do it when it's inflated rather than before you start, we'll be decorating the balloons. So here goes. It's sometimes easier to tie the knot if you haven't blown the balloon up to some enormous size. So if you choose a reasonable size like that, it should be easy enough to tie the knot. There we go. So now, felt tip pen. Don't write on your hand like I've done. So here we go. What shall we draw? Yeah, something nice and easy. Now then, can you guess what that is? Yay! It's a flower. Now the good thing about the balloon, it's got many sides, so you can do lots of things. Smiley face. Oh, smiley face. So there we go. Now then, I'll bet you're asking yourselves why we put a nut in the balloon. Well, you can rattle it like a drum, or as you've already heard, you can make this really interesting noise. So this will probably end up driving your mum and dad really mad. So keep it out of the way. That's all for now. See you later.
You have been chosen by Holiday Club to complete the challenge. Choose another person, and with them, you are challenged to build the tallest tower using spaghetti, marshmallows, and jelly in 3 minutes.
I'm half your size, so I get that.
Okay. Ready, set, go. Hey!
That's no.
What's another one then? Come on, what was the unique
Oh no.
Come on, get another.
Oh, there's time.
Hang on to that.
Ah, I'm glad you knocked it over. Oh no way.
How long have we got? Well done.
No. Okay, well, as we can see, Daniel is the obvious winner.
Hi guys, so here's the actions for my lighthouse. Keep an eye out for Sky. She's somewhere in the video. Here we go. In my wrestling and in my doubts, in my failures you won't walk out. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. You are the peace in my troubled sea. In the silence you won't let go. In the questions your truth will hold. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. You are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. My lighthouse, I will trust the promise, you will carry me safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. I won't fear what tomorrow brings. With each morning I'll rise and sing. My God's love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. You are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. My lighthouse, I will trust the promise, you will carry me safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. Fire before us, you're the brightest, you will lead us through the storms. Fire before us, you're the brightest, you will lead us through the storms. Fire before us, you're the brightest, you will lead us through the storms. Fire before us, you're the brightest, you will lead us through the storms. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. My lighthouse, I will trust the promise, you will carry me safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. Bye.
Wrestling in my doubts, in my failures, you won't walk out. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace
here's Monday's answers. Jesus met the woman at the well. Someone You Loved was a hit by Lewis Capaldi. Mickey Mouse's girlfriend is Minnie. In tennis, love is 0. And the largest creature in the world is the blue whale. Well done with those. Some more questions tomorrow.
Hello there. So we're going to have a prayer, and one of the things I like to do when I do prayers is to look at the fingers and thumb of my hand and think about specific people. But what I thought we'd do is make it a bit of a craft for today. So I have, as you can see, drawn my hand here, and we can then add things to it. Maybe you want to draw, maybe you want to write, things that can help us with our prayers. So firstly, I'm going to write on my smallest finger, the little finger, which is this one here, something that maybe thinks about people who are weak. And so I'm going to put down folks who are sick. And in my case, my mum's not very well at the moment, so I'm going to put my mum here. For the next finger is the ring finger. So that's the one that usually people put their wedding bands on, and is one that is about stuff to do with the heart. So maybe that's people that we love. So we can write down someone that we love, and I'm going to put my children, James, Edward, and Ella. And then we might want to, with the longest, the tallest finger, to talk about people who are powerful. And what I'd like, I think, to pray for today is for wisdom with the people, for the people who lead us, our leaders, as they deal with coronavirus. Then this finger, the one that's used to point, we're going to use this one to think about those who lead us. And I think today what I'd like to pray for is our teachers, that they have a really good holiday. And then lastly, I've got my thumb there, and I can use that thumb to point at me. So I might pray a little prayer for me, and let's see, I could pray that I will be happy at Holiday Club. So let's have a little prayer as we go through these things. So Lord God, I pray for my mum who's sick. I pray for the children I love, James, Edward and Ella. I pray for those leading us, that they'll be able to be wise when making decisions about coronavirus. I pray for our teachers, that they have a really great holiday. And I pray that each person involved in the Holiday Club this year will really enjoy it. And I pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. So maybe you can write some words down, maybe draw some pictures on a hand of your own and say those prayers for yourself. All right, bye for now.
Hi everybody, so we've reached the end of Monday's Holiday Club. Did you enjoy the My Lighthouse song? It was absolutely fantastic. I've brought Skye down to a lighthouse in Dumfries and Galloway at Southern Ness. As you can see it behind me, and it's a lovely blue sky day. She's still fetching things for me, this time a stick, because I'm sure that's all she wants. I'm sure I can read her mind, and all she wants is a stick. Skye, come and see everybody. Come here, come here. What's this? You ready? Are you ready? Do you want to see me throw the stick for her, guys? Let's see if she can bring it back. She's very good at fetching. Didn't she do well? Well, I hope you've had fun today learning the My Lighthouse song and all the arts and crafts that you were doing and the prayers and the singing, and I hope you come back and join us tomorrow for another Holiday Club day. Sky and I will see you then. Take care. Bye!
Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hand.